Patrick Larimore, UCLA linebacker, joining us today, and I had to get you on the first day of pads because I know you're someone who loves it. Talk about the difference between Thursday and today, just in terms of execution, approach, everything.
To be honest, I think today we were a little lax in our execution. I think especially early on in practice, we let the pads, maybe the heat and our fatigue get a little bit to us, especially defensively. But we responded to the challenge, which is the biggest thing for us. And I think we played with more intensity and more mental toughness later in practice.
Yeah. One thing that I'm really interested in is the idea of you guys having to learn how to work as hard as they want. Okay, and maybe you guys think you're going 100% and they think you're going 80, and there's a disconnect there. So are the kind of the huddle that you guys did midway through practice, is that kind of stuff that's actually good? Like, you need that to hear, for everyone from you, a starting middle linebacker, all the way to the bottom?
Yeah, I'd say that's the biggest difference between last year and this year is the bar is constantly being raised, and every time you think you're going 100%, it's just they're asking for 10% more, and it's really bringing the most out of all of us. They're getting the most out of all of us every play, and they're really focusing on hunting the ball and no lows.
Well, you watch guys sprinting off the sidelines, or sprinting on and off the sidelines, and then you watch guys walking on and off the sidelines, and you think to yourself, at some point they're going to get it, that you just have to be running the whole way. How long is that process going to last for you guys? Is that the kind of thing that's, fans might want it to be overnight, like, oh my God, now they want it more than anything, or do you kind of look at it as it is going to take a little while for guys to get that?
I think it's a process because it's a mindset. Everything has to be 100%. And the biggest thing is, it's easy to do it the first couple plays, but when you're, 2 hours deep in a 2.5-hour practice, that's when it matters, because that's the fourth quarter of a game, And it's gonna take time. And we're not gonna be perfect every day, but as long as we keep raising the bar,
Yeah. You guys want that. You can tell that you guys want that bar raised. Obviously the coaching change happens and all that kind of stuff. At what point in this entire process did you kind of realize it was real, like that it was actually happening? Was it, the first time you were in the meeting rooms? Like, when did you kind of feel that?
To be honest, it was in winter workouts with Coach Alosi.
Okay.
Coach Alosi is an extension of him, and he really demands 100% excellence every day, and that's when we kind of started to catch the drift. Like, this is not going to be, there's not going to be any walking on the field, because you're going to get your ass chewed and you're not going to play. So that's when it started, say, in winter.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about scheme and how you guys are adjusting to that. How do you feel like things are going with that?
I think the 3-4 is, everyone is really growing to like it, especially as a inside linebacker, and just speaking for the linebackers in general. We're really allowed to play instinctively and just to hunt the ball. There's no gaps. Really, we're just hunting, and it's really more natural.
You look at the success that linebackers, especially middles, typically have in a 3-4. Guys like Ray Lewis when they're in a 3-4, Urlacher when they run that, look and everything like that. And there's a real opportunity for that position to be highlighted. Do you kind of feel like it's sort of there for the taking, to become a star in this system? If you do everything right,
Yeah, I think a 3-4 really, you have to have inside linebackers that can make plays. Obviously right now, me and Kendricks, our goal is not to just, to be, stars, but to just execute our job, and that's what we're really focusing on, is getting our, assignment right, because, our job is just as important as, the end or the nose tackle. We just got to be a team player.
I got you. Just a couple things left. When you guys approach a spring practice, for the players or for you personally, is it week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, or is it 15 and you're not even counting the days? Because you guys are apparently, officially 20% done today.
We're really not counting the days. Honestly, it's just, I've kind of just been going day to day, man. I'm either on the practice field or I'm recovering or I'm lifting. You just got to take it, an hour at a time and just try to get better every day.
Last thing I have for you is when that switch finally happens, when, guys at the top like you, down all the way to a walk-on special teams guy, when that light switch flips, is that something you think you guys are going to be able to feel? Like, is that a tangible, like, oh my God, I can feel we are into this now?
I think definitely it's going to be a feel thing. You can start to see pieces of it coming together, especially earlier in the week, when we maybe weren't as fatigued as much. You can see, the hunger in everybody, the movement, the desire. We're not anywhere close to the switch yet, but it's going to be definitely noticeable. It's going to be a feel thing.
Good stuff. Patrick Larimore, UCLA linebacker, always good. Thanks, man.